Hello everyone, thank you for coming back for another review. Okay. Anyways, so this is the book that we are going to be reviewing today. It's called A Northern Light by Jennifer Donnelly. This is what the cover looks like. Very, very pretty cover. Hope you can see that in the last video. I know there was a glare. This is the back. The spine. A Northern Light. So let me tell you guys a little bit about the book and then we'll go on to the actual story. So this book is YA. It is historical fiction. This is by Hardcore Books and it was published in 2003. It won the Prince Award. Has 380 pages. It doesn't have chapter numbers. It has 49 chapters though. I counted them. Many begin with vocab words. The author's note is in the back. Acknowledgements, suggestions for further reading, author interview, and questions. A little bit about the author. She lives in New York and she has 10 other books. So if you want to pick it up. This book also won the Charlotte Award. It retails for $7.50 US. My copy, I got it from Goodwill for $1, but it does retail for $7.50. And you can find it in audio, hardcover, and paperback. And this book is based on the murder of Grace Brown by Chester Gillette in 1906. So it is based in a true story. Let me just read the description in the back a little bit, and I'll let you guys know what I think. It says 16-year-old Maddie Gaki has big dreams, but little hope of seeing them come true. Desperate for money, she takes a job at the Glenmore, where hotel guest Grace Brown asks her to burn a bundle of secret letters. But when Grace's drowned body is fished from the lake, Maddie discovers the letters reveal the grim truth behind a murder. Set in 1906 against the backdrop of the murder that inspired Theodore Dreiser's An American Tragedy, this astonishing novel weaves romance, history, and a murder mystery into something moving, real, and wholly original. Alright, about this romance. Not much romance. It's basically her liking another boy, and they think they're going out, but they don't really know. That's as far as a romance as you're gonna get. So it's very, very kid romance type of things. The murder mystery as well, you don't get to find out much about the actual murder in itself. It's more told in the perspective of Maddie, in her life struggles, everything that she has been going through, from the loss of her mom to her love for reading and writing, and the decisions that she has to make at the end. It fell. The decisions that she has to make at the end, to either stay where she lives or she has the possibility to go to New York, I believe it is, to go to school there, go to college there. There is a strong, you're gonna see a strong, the relationship that women had beforehand, where women were expected to just rear babies and take care of the house, and that was it. They weren't expected to do anything else. And for women who were coming out and writing and singing and doing other things more independently, it was thought to be something outrageous. So you're gonna see a lot of that. And just her struggle as she grows up with her family, things that happen in her neighborhood with her friends as well, that she goes through and that she sees, and just she lives in a very rural kind of area, so it's very farming, and it's just all those struggles. Now, my thoughts about the book, to be honest, I thought it was confusing. Okay, I don't know if it's just me or something, but I thought it was very confusing to understand, because it kept going from the past to the present to the murder, and it kept switching. One time she would be at her house, and think she was smaller, and then all of a sudden she would be at the hotel where she worked, and then all of a sudden it would be the murder. The day of that they found out about the murder, they found Grace, and so it was to me, it was very confusing. It wasn't until I actually finished the book that I was able to piece everything together and understand what in the world they were talking about and how the events happened. And still to this day, I still am kind of confused and trying to piece things together. It is beautifully written. Excuse me. It is very well written. You do understand things very well. It is historical fiction, so it is written in that way. Depending on what kind of genre you're reading, it's written differently. So you can imagine, yourself in history. You can imagine Maddie, what she's going through. You can see the story in your mind. It's very visual. You can see it very well. You can kind of picture it, and you get into the story, and it is really interesting in a dull way. It's not something that will have many climax, and you're gonna be, in suspense, turning your page all the time. But it's interesting. If you like historical fiction, I will, say that. If you don't, you're gonna be bored. But if you like historical fiction, it is interesting in a very dull way. It's just kind of like everyday what's going on. Even the murder, when they find Grace and everything, it's not something very suspense or anything. It's basically her finding, getting the letters and trying to piece things together. And there are pieces of the letter that Grace wrote, and she finds out what actually happened to Grace and how she died before anybody else could find out, because nobody knows that she has the letters, that Grace gave her the letters. So it is interesting in that dull type of way, if that makes any sense. But there is no huge climax. You're not going to be in suspense or anything like that. And to me, at least, like I said, it was confusing. Sometimes it got annoying because I didn't know if she was talking about the past, if she was in the present. I didn't know where she was. And so that, I think the author, Jennifer, could have done a little bit better to help with the flow, because I've read some books where they go back and forth, but you understand there's a distinction. But with this one, to me at least, there was not. So be aware of that if you are going to pick up this book. And I do recommend it, especially if you like historical fiction. I do recommend it. It's really long, but I do recommend for you to pick it up. It is well written and won many awards, so it has to be good, right? Anyways, thank you for watching. If you guys have any questions or concerns, let me know in the description. And please subscribe, please like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.